Hello students, welcome you all to the next session regarding discussion of problems on air standard cycles. In the previous sessions, we have discussed the theory part regarding how to evaluate thermal efficiency for auto, dual and diesel cycles, as well as respectively even the mean effective pressures. In today's session, students, we will be discussing regarding how to solve the problems on air standard cycles. And in today's session, we'll be starting with the auto cycle. So, as already I've told students, if you have any doubts at any point of view, you can send me a message to the WhatsApp number which is visible on the screen, or otherwise you can send me an email also to the numbers which are available, to the email IDs which are visible on the screen, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel also, students. So we shall begin with the discussion of today's problems. Yes, the question given is, the first question given is, there is an engine of 250 mm bore and 375 mm stroke which works on constant volume cycle. Then it is mentioned that the clearance volume is around 0.00263 meter cube. The initial temperature and pressure are 50 degrees Celsius and 1 bar. If maximum pressure is 25 bar, find the following. One is air standard efficiency of the cycle. Another one is mean effective pressure. So if you read the statement carefully, students, it has been said that an engine is having 250 mm bore. Bore means internal diameter of the cylinder, which is represented as capital D. Then a 375 mm stroke, which means the stroke length, that is L. And it works on, it is mentioned that a constant volume cycle. Please do remember this, students. Constant volume cycle is nothing but it is with respect to the Otto cycle itself, because here the heat addition takes place at constant volume process, so therefore it is also known as constant volume cycle. So it is nothing but on the problem on an Otto cycle itself. Then it is clearly mentioned that the clearance volume in the engine is around 0.00263 meter cube, that is VC is mentioned here, clearance volume VC. Then after this, he has said that the initial temperature and the pressure are 50 degrees Celsius and 1 bar. So initial temperature means at the beginning of the process. So the temperature T1 we are writing in terms of Kelvin. So 50 plus 273 such that you will get around 323 Kelvin. 50 plus 273 which is equal to 323 Kelvin, students. This is the temperature in Kelvin. Very important note for you here, students, is please see that whenever you are writing temperature values, all the temperature values, they should be written in Kelvin only. Please do convert these things. Similarly, even the pressure terms, so please convert them in terms of kilopascal. A very important note for the problem solving on the air standard cycles. Please keep this in mind. So now here the pressure given is 1 bar. So 1 bar pressure is the thing, but it is P1, which is 1 bar. If you write in terms of kilopascal, students, 1 bar, if you write in to around 100 kilopascal. It is equivalent to around 100 kilopascal. And similarly, students, if you observe carefully, he has said maximum pressure is 25 bar. So to understand this point, students, you need to draw the PV diagram of the Otto cycle. So if you draw the PV diagram of the Otto cycle, already we have discussed how to draw the sketch. So this is the resulting PV and TS diagram of the Otto cycle. So in the question he has said that the maximum pressure is 25 bar. So if you observe through your PV diagram, the highest pressure is where? At point number 3. So this is what maximum pressure. So therefore, from your PV graph, what you can say, maximum pressure is nothing but it is the value of P3. Pmax is nothing but it is the value of P3, whose value is around how much? 25 bar, which is nothing but 2500 kilopascal, directly written in kilopascal. As I have said, always all the pressure value should be written in terms of kilopascals. as well as temperature in Kelvin. Okay, so these are the things which are given for us in the problem. We need to find out the air standard efficiency of the cycle. Air standard efficiency is the thing, but it is the thermal efficiency which you need to find out. This is the thing which he has us to find out. Then he has us to find out the mean effective pressure. This is nothing but the mean effective pressure which he has asked us to find out. These are the two things which he has asked us to find out. Now, as discussed, I have written the given data here. You can see here, I have written all the things. I have written the bore value, stroke value, clearance volume VC, T1 in terms of Kelvin, pressure in terms of kilopascal P1, similar P3 also have written. Now we shall move with the simplification part, how to get the values. So to get the value, students, what he has to find out, he has to find out the thermal efficiency. So always before that, we shall complete these things, that is how to calculate the swept volume Vs. So the swept volume Vs is nothing but it is pi by 4 d square L, which means he has given the value of d, he has given the value of L, substitute, you will get the value of swept volume is how much? Vs is equal to 0.01841 meter cube. Now, clearance volume, if you observe the PV graph itself, students, carefully, if you observe the PV graph, the clearance volume is nothing but from the origin, it is the value of Vc, which means Vc is equal to V2 is equal to V3. The clearance volume is being displayed here as 0.00263 meter cube. Similarly, if you observe carefully, the value of V1, so from this is the value of V1, if you take it from the origin, it is nothing but the summation of what? A clearance volume and swept volume. So therefore, V1 is nothing but V1 is equal to Vs plus Vc. So I have taken the summation of both. V1 is equal to Vs plus Vc, and on the calculation part, you get the value of V1 is how much? 0.02104 meter cube. This is the value of V1, initial volume at position 1. Okay. Now, compression ratio you can find out directly. So the compression ratio is what? V1 by V2. So V1 value just now we have calculated. V2 is the clearance volume we have got. So on simplification, you get the compression ratio as how much? Its value is 8. So once the compression ratio is calculated, the next we need to find out for the process 1 to 2, students. And why we are going for this process is a very, very important thing, students, for you. I would like to tell you here is that to find out the thermal efficiency, students, to find out the thermal efficiency of a given problem, what is our equation? Our equation is, generalized equation is QA minus QR divided by QA into 100. This is the generalized expression. So to find out QA, students, according to this PV diagram, QA is nothing but the heat reduction process which takes place at the process 2 to 3 constant volume process. So I write it as what this one. This is nothing but MCV T3 minus T2. Similarly, heat rejection process, it takes place at process 4 to 1, students. So if you observe the PV graph here, so the PV graph here is the place where heat reaction occurs like this. So it is QR. How do I write? I write it as MCV T4 minus T1. T4 minus T1. So already the question for us, the value of T1 is given. We don't know the value of T2, T3 and T4. So for this, we need to take the help of our PV relations and find out these values. That is the reason that I have started with finding the values, that is process 1 to 2, that is T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 raised to the power of gamma minus 1. Just now in the previous step itself, students, we have seen that V1 by V2 is nothing but it is the value of RK itself. So I'll substitute directly this value as here V1 by V2 is equal to RK. So if I substitute here, I get it as, and before that, one important note, as I forgot to tell you, always when the air standard cycles, when the working medium is air, you need to remember these values, students. That is, gamma is equal to 1.4, Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, Cv is equal to 0.718 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, R is equal to 0.287 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. Please do remember the values of air medium, especially the values of gamma, Cp, Cv, and R, capital R. Hope you have understood this point. I will substitute the value here. On substitution, the value, if you observe here, the value of compression rate just now we have calculated its value is how much? Its value is Rk. So therefore, I substitute the value here and the corresponding T2, I get it as how much? 742.059 kelvins. So T2 is been calculated. The remaining things are T3 and T4. And before that, we move further. Even we need to find out the mean effective pressure. So for the mean effective pressure, we can use the same expression, that is for a process 1 to 2. I am applying the equation as P1 V1 raised to gamma is equal to P2 V2 raised to gamma, through which what I can do, I can get the value of pressure P2, that is P2 is equal to P1 into V1 by V2 raised to gamma. So V1 by V2 is what again? The compression ratio itself. On simplification, I get the value of P2 is how much? 1837.917 kilopascal. Hope this point is clear to you all. Now, next, I move for the process 2 to 3. Directly I write the PV relation as it is in constant volume process. It is P2 by T2 is equal to P3 by T3. So just now, students, you have calculated the value of P2, you have calculated the value of T2, and the value of P3 is given in the question. So you can directly calculate the value of T3, and on simplification and substituting the values, I get the value of T3 is how much? 1009.375 kelvins. So therefore, I have got the value of temperature T3. Now the only remaining part is T4. For that, students, I can use the PV relation for the process 3 to 4. I use this particular relation for the process 3 to 4, and I write it as T4 by T3 is equal to V3 by V4 raised to gamma minus 1. So if you observe carefully, students, process 2 to 3, if you observe this process 2 to 3, it is a constant volume process, which means I can write V2 is equal to V3 is equal to V2, as it is a constant volume process. Similarly, if you observe process 4 to 1, students, it is also a constant volume process, which means I can substitute V4 value as how much? V1. So this is the thing, what T4 by T3 is equal to V2 by V1 raised to the power of gamma minus 1, or the same expression I can write in this format is 1 divided by V1 by V2 whole to the power of gamma minus 1, which is a thing what? 1 divided by Rk to the power of gamma minus 1. So already we have the values, you can substitute here directly, and after substituting the values and simplification, I do get the answer as, yes, as I have said, V4 is equal to V1, V3 is equal to V2 as constant volume process, and the value of T4 I get it as 439.355 kelvins. So you got the value of T2, T3, T4, but to find the heat addition, heat rejection process, still one more parameter is missing, and that parameter is the thing, but the mass of air which has to be calculated. So we calculate this mass of air M using our gas equation which we have studied in our previous classes. That is PV is equal to MRT equation, that is P1 V1 is equal to MRT1. So already you know these values. P1 is given in the question, V1 you have calculated, R for air 0.287, T1 is given in the question. I can find the value of M, and the value of M is how much? 0.02269 kg. Now once you have calculated this one directly, also you can find out heat addition, that is MCV T3 minus T2. Substitute the values. CV value is 0.718, M value is just now calculated. On substitution and simplification, the value of QA is how much? 4.3549 kilojoules. Similarly, the heat rejection MCV T4 minus T1, and on simplification I get the value of heat rejection as how much? 1.8955 kilojoules. So therefore, thermal efficiency is calculated as, or the air standard efficiency calculated as QA minus QR by QA into 100, because We write the efficiency in terms of percentage. It is how much? 56.47%. Similarly, mean effective pressure, work done by the swept volume. So here students, again, the work done is nothing but it is the difference between the heat addition minus heat rejection, which will give you the value of the work done. So therefore, directly I can write the value in the equation in this form, that is QA minus QR by VS, and VS is nothing but it is the value which we have calculated pi by 4 d square using the equation. On simplification, I get the value of mean effective pressure is how much? 1.33 bar. Remember students, very important points for solving this problem is, first important point, all the pressure values should be in terms of kilopascal. Second important point, temperature should be in Kelvin. Third important point, draw the PV and TS diagrams correctly, and with respect to the PV and TS diagrams, go on finding the temperature values such that you can calculate the thermal efficiency and pressure values very easily. Okay students, we shall move to the next problem. Yeah, here is the next problem, sir. Students, which you can see on the screen. It is said that there is an engine which is working on constant volume cycle, which has an ASN efficiency of 56% and rejects 544 kilojoules of kg per kg of air. The pressure and temperature at the beginning of the compression are 0.1 megapascal and 60 degrees Celsius. Compute first one, A bit compression ratio, B bit pressure and temperature at the end of compression, C bit work done per kg of air, D bit maximum pressure in the cycle. So students, if you read the question carefully, it has been mentioned that there is an engine which is working on constant volume cycle. It has been mentioned that it is working on a constant volume cycle. So therefore, for a constant volume cycle, students, as I said, it is having which is equivalent to what, students? This constant volume cycle is the thing, but it is Otto cycle. It is Otto cycle. Okay, so this cycle, it is working with an efficiency of how much? 56%, which means directly has given us the efficiency of an Otto cycle. He has said that its value is how much? Its value is 56%. Similarly, he said it rejects 544 kilojoules per kg of air. That is heat rejection, students. If you observe carefully, its value is how much around? It is 544 kilojoules per kg of air. Please note down here. Here it is said kilojoules per kg of air, which means instead of capital QR, students, this becomes a small QR. That is, it is in this form, students. It is a specific quantity, Q suffix R, because it is in 10 kilojoules per kg of air. Now he says the next important point is the pressure and temperature at the beginning of compression are 0.1 megapascal and 60 degrees Celsius. So as told for you, once more, I would like to highlight you the point that is always the pressure values, please write them in terms of kilopascal. So therefore, this is 0.1 megapascal, students. It is the thing, but it is equivalent to again what? 100 kilopascal itself. 0.1 megapascal, it is equivalent to 100 kilopascal. Similarly, temperature T1, it is in 60 degrees Celsius. Please convert it into corresponding Kelvin value. 60 plus 273, which is nothing but it is equivalent to 333 Kelvin. Now, to find out the things what he has asked you, first draw the PV and TS diagram. So if you draw the PV and TS diagram, students, you can see here half of your doubts have been cleared. So now he says to find out the compression ratio, the first bit. So if you observe carefully, students, the compression ratio, that is from V1 to V2, we write it as RK. RK is equal to V1 by V2. We need to find out this one. This is the thing which he has asked us to find out, that is the compression ratio. Then second thing, students, he has said pressure and temperature at the end of compression. So how to note down this one? So if you observe process one, he starts as isentropic compression process. It starts from point number 1 and it proceeds until point number 2. So at point number 2, what happens, students? It is the end of compression process. So according to this statement, he has said a pressure and temperature at the end of compression, which means you need to find the value of P2 as well as the temperature T2 at the end of the compression process. Both these things you need to calculate, that is P2 as well as T2. Similarly, he asks us to find out work done per kg of air. So as it is given heat rejected per kg of air, you need to find out the work done per kg of air. It is a small w, which is nothing but it is a small qa minus a small qr. So already small qr is given in the question, that is the value of heat rejected. You need to find the value of qa, which means you'll get the value of work done per kg of air. And the last bit what he has asked us to find out is maximum pressure in the cycle. So if you observe your pressure volume diagram, the maximum pressure point is at point number 3, that is at this particular point. So therefore, maximum pressure is nothing but it is the value of pressure at point number 3, that is Pmax is equal to P3. So now students, beginning with the solution part, as I said, that is, yes, I have written the given things already. Constant volume cycle means Otto cycle. I have written the value of Eastern efficiency as 56% or 0.56. Heat rejection QR 544 kilojoules per kg, 544. Then corresponding pressure 100 kilopascal at 0.1, temperature T1 333 Kelvin. We need to find out RK, P2, T2, W network done as well as maximum pressure. So if you have drawn the PV and TS diagrams correctly, then the next thing is to evaluate the things. So starting, we shall start with finding using the equation, the Eastern efficiency itself. So the students, if you use the thermal efficiency or Eastern efficiency of an Otto cycle, your equation you can write it in this form, that is thermal efficiency is equal to QA minus QR whole divided by QA into 100. So already for you in the question, he has given the value of thermal efficiency as well as heat rejection. You can find the value of QA using this particular equation. Also using the same equation in different form, I can write the Eastern thermal efficiency as eta is equal to, for Otto cycle, this is this equation 1 minus 1 divided by RK to the power of gamma minus 1. So using this equation, students, I can find the value of what? A compression ratio RK, which means for this particular problem, the Eastern efficiency I can use in two types, one for finding the heat addition as well as one for finding the compression ratio. So therefore, we shall proceed with these steps. So Eastern efficiency is equal to QA minus QR by QA into 100. I will substitute the values and get the value of QA as how much? 1236.36 kilojoules per kg. Again, I use Eastern efficiency in different form, in the form of compression ratio, that is 1 minus 1 by RK to the power of gamma minus 1. So as the working media for this particular cycle is air, the value of gamma already I have told you it is how much? Its value is 1.4. Its value is 1.4, which means on substituting the value in the above equation, I get the value of RK as how much? 7.786. And this compression ratio RK is the thing what? It is the value of volume of air compressed from position 1 to position 2, that is RK is equal to V1 by V2. So directly have got the value of V1 by V2 also as 7.786. Now, the next thing is, let us find out for the process 1 to 2 the value of temperature T2, that is T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 raised to the power of gamma minus 1. Why? As it is an isentropic compression process, we are applying the temperature volume relation. Just now we have calculated the V1 by V2 is the thing what it is, the value of compression ratio RK to the power of gamma minus 1. This is the value. So just now you calculate the value of RK, gamma value is known to you, T1 is given to the question. Using this, you can get the value of T2 as how much? You get it as 756.78 Kelvin. So already I have told, whenever you are using air as a working medium, students, keep this in mind. Gamma is equal to 1.4, Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, Cp is equal to 0, Cv is equal to 0.718 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, R is equal to Cp minus Cv, which will give you 0.287 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. You need to remember these values, students. Please remember these values. Very, very important note. So now once we have this one, you can find the value of pressure P2 also using the equation P11 raised to gamma is equal to P2 raised to gamma. And on simplification, I get the value of P2 as how much? 1769.457 kilopascal. Now, moving ahead, I go for finding the heat addition process. Heat addition is nothing but MCV T3 minus T2 as per the equation. So heat addition just how we have calculated. So now you can see here, students, this is QA is equal to MCV. As I don't know the mass, what I will do is I will divide this QA by M. So if I divide this capital QA by M, the resulting property which I get a specific property, that is small QA. Why small QA? Because you have got even the heat reaction in terms of kilojoules per kg itself. So I am calculating the value of small QA. So now it comes in this form. CV value, you know, 0.718. QA you have calculated. T2 just have you calculated. You can find the value of T3, and T3 value is 2478.72 Kelvin. Similarly, students, I can find out for the process 2 to 3 using the equation that is P2 by T2 is equal to P3 by T3, where I'll get the value, and on simplification, the pressure value I'm going to get it as how much? I get it as 5795.59 kilopascal. So therefore, work done per kg of air, I can write it as QA minus QR, and the value which I'm going to get it is 692.36 kilojoules per kg. 692.36 kilojoules per kg. So this is the method how to find out all the problems for the auto cycle, students. Thank you, students. We shall stop here. Again, in the next session, we will be solving some more problems.